Comcast internet. It was bound to happen. But we're going to close out the show. We'll go probably another at least 15, 20 minutes. God willing, Comcast willing. But we're back. Let me text or alert the group that we're back live. And
I'm not recording yet.
I know. Obviously, I know. So
Al Hardy's now live.
All right.
Just sit here.
We're live, part 3 in 3D, 2D. All right, well, we better get rolling before this internet goes down again. Would you not agree?
No.
What you doing?
I was looking at the big red one.
Well, I got the trailer pulled up right here.
You do?
I'm ready to roll with it.
Who's in it?
Well, it'll say in the trailer. Big red one. All right, I'll let you know. I know Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, Samuel Fuller directed. Lee Marvin's in it.
Lee Marvin, the great Lee Marvin.
Yep. It came out in 1980.
Hey, you got some comments. Turn around. Face the camera. Let's see who's commenting.
Skip.
Hey, Skip.
Mark and Kevin Steele. Kevin Steele works at Kicks. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. This is our third attempt to finish this show. Our Comcast internet has been going down today. There were storms in the area. But, Al, I don't remember where we pick up. Do you? Or did you set it up? Or
we were talking about the...
but I can't remember where...
I'll play it.
Okay.
Hang on a second.
One moment, everybody. We're going to do a little quick playback. Because we were feeding here. The dog, Sonny.
Let's see here.
The black cocker spaniel.
Das Boot.
Okay.
Remember, it's right here.
But we're going to watch Das Boot.
That's it. That's where it stopped.
Perfect.
And let's talk about that briefly. Then we'll go to
the... And I'll ask, then I'll pick up and I'll say, what is it about Das Boot that you like, Al? Ooh, okay. My audio again. That's this.
I don't know what you're doing over there.
I'm not doing nothing. Now it's back. Okay. Let me know. Give me a cue.
I think I got wax in your ears. All right, stand by. Should I say we were back?
No, just hit it. And
you can ask me what I like about it.
That's what I'm saying. Al, what is it about Das Boot that makes it one of your favorite war movies of all time?
Well, it's about the German U-boats, and I like war movies that have Germans in it. The Nazis.
That's my laptop.
Okay. Anyway, when you watch Das Boot, you feel like you're in the submarine. I mean, you really get the feeling because there's scenes in it where you feel sorry for there's a scene in the movie where one of the German U-boats is underwater and they're being bombarded with depth charges. And every time one goes off, water comes creeping in. It's just a great movie. I can't say
I felt that it's obviously claustrophobic. That's what the director wants. He wants you to feel the tension and the drama, and he wants you to be scared.
Right. He wants to make you feel like you're in there with them. And he does a great job. And the movie came out
1981, I think.
Somewhere, yeah, 80 or 81.
I'll look it up for accurate info.
I actually saw it in a theater here in Atlanta called the Garden Hills. It's long gone, but it's just a wonderful movie. And they re-released it in the United States, an English version. It was dubbed. It was called The Boat. But I prefer the original language version of with the subtitles.
1981. Great my gosh! It says 4 hours 53 minutes. That can't be right.
I don't know.
That's an internet screw up.
4 hours?
Yeah.
Gone with the Wind's not even 4 hours.
What's that on your computer? Turn around, Al. What is that? Will you X that out? Whatever that is.
They want me to switch over to Windows 10.
Oh, for the love of goodness! There's no way this movie's 4 hours and 23 minutes. 4 hours and 53. That's a 5-hour movie.
My friend Jesse's on board. Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
No, it's not that long.
Okay.
I mean, I've got the movie. It's on one disc, so it can't be 4 hours.
And we're going to watch it tonight. I'm excited. It's been a while since
we're going to watch it tonight and make some popcorn.
Got another one for you, Al Hardy. How about The Big Red One?
Directed by Samuel Fuller. Great movie. Lee Marvin's in it. Mark Hamill's in it from Star Wars. It's really a good movie.
And I have a clip. It's actually the trailer I like to play a little bit of, if that's okay with you.
Let's play a little bit of it. Go ahead.
Okay.
If you can get off your phone long enough.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Hit that. You ready? Hit it.
The following preview has been approved for all audiences.
All right, good. We like that.
A Warner Brothers picture.
Yes, it is.
At least in America, it's distributed by Warner Brothers. Okay, you hearing it?
No. By the way,
yeah.
Here we go. I hear it.
Some say it was the most powerful movie of its day. Others say it is the best war movie of all time. But all agree on one thing. There's more to the story. The seminal war movie of its time has returned. Recut, re-envisioned, reconstructed, with 47 additional minutes, as director Sam Fuller originally intended.
I love that. We have a call.
All right, hold on.
The real glory of war is surviving. Experience the film that survived. Samuel Fuller's The Big Red One, The Reconstruction.
That's a great trailer. All right, let's go to the phones. We have Mark on the phone. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
What's your favorite war movie, Mark?
I was gonna just run through a little quick I would have to say Civil War would be Glory.
Glory. You know, we didn't talk about it. That's a great movie, too, with Denzel
Yeah,
Washington. It's a wonderful movie. Great movie. Good choice. I had forgotten about that movie.
And moving forward to World War I would be Paths of Glory.
With Kirk Douglas.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Oh yeah, it's a killer. And World War II gets a little hard to pick one because you mentioned Stalag 17 earlier. The Great Escape.
Yeah, that's a good one with James Coburn.
Private Brian. Those are. But you were speaking of Hogan's Heroes being sort of based on Stalag 17. Yeah, they got in a little trouble over that. They actually did get accused of stealing the idea. I don't know exactly what.
Yeah, it's just like somebody said earlier. It's a TV show. It's a comedy TV show based on a tragedy, a thing that really happened during the war. Correct?
Well, Stalag 17 was a serious movie, but it also was funny as well. It was a very well-rounded Billy Wilder, the great Billy Wilder.
Oh, yeah, great director.
Mark, it's Chance. Thanks for correcting me, by the way. I think it was you that corrected me on our Facebook Live that Peter Tork died a year ago.
Yeah. No, I got a friend who has the same kind of cancer. So.
Oh Lord, that's awful.
Well,
I'm not laughing about the cancer. I thought you were laughing about Chance making the mistake because you see this stuff on Facebook and you don't know sometimes if it's true or not.
It was a reputable source too. Wow.
Like people were saying that Betty White died. Well, she's alive and well. So it's just so you can't always trust Facebook.
Moving forward, there's a gap of the Korean War, Pork Chop Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Cow.
I saw that movie, but I don't remember. It's been such a long time since I saw it. Yeah, black and white movie.
It's a very hard spot those people are in. It is. Oh, my God.
And of course, the movie that's still in the theaters, 1917, Chance, and I saw it. That's a wonderful movie about World War I.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet myself.
Oh, it's terrific. You need to watch it. It's really, really good.
And then Vietnam, it's a little heard of movie called Go Tell the Spartans.
I don't remember that movie.
I don't know that one. What a great...
Who's in it?
Craig Watson,
Right.
and Burt Lancaster.
Oh, another good actor.
It's pre-Vietnam. It's like advisor time.
Right. Well, another war movie that Burt Lancaster was in is one of my favorite movies. Is The Train.
The Train.
Oh, what a great movie! And
some of the
that's
best explosions.
oh, I know. And the it's about chance. It's when the Nazis loot the art galleries in Paris. They just steal all the artwork and they got it on this train. And Burt Lancaster he does everything he can to stop the train. And it's a marvelous movie. Black and white. Black and white.
What's his the guy that did Ronin and
Ronin.
oh yeah, the director. It's can't remember. He's done a lot of movies that you've seen.
Right.
I can't. I lost it. But
Well, we get that way sometimes. You have a little.
I'm sorry.
yeah, I'll pop a little comment on there when I figure out what it is.
Right.
But,
Just
Frankenheimer.
Oh, John Frankenheimer. That's right.
That was a mistake, by the way. I wasn't being a wise ass with that music. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Honestly, that was a mistake.
And I don't want to hog it, but we got to go with Vietnam. I got to say Platoon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Platoon's.
I mean, that is a powerful. I mean, it's.
Now, we mentioned Apocalypse Now earlier. Did you like that movie?
There's two movies that I went back and saw. Well, three movies that I went back the next night to watch it again. That would be Halloween, The Shining, just so I could figure out what did I just watch.
Right.
And the same thing with Apocalypse Now. The Redux, I'm not on board with it. It's much, it's unnecessary parts added to it, but it's okay.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like I
not
said,
my
I didn't.
favorite.
It's a great movie, but it's just not. I just couldn't watch it again. So I had mentioned that
It's not
earlier
The
in the show.
Godfather Part 1 or Part 2.
No, it's
Coppola.
just
So
no. But I think everybody. I love war movies, and we're going to talk about Western movies at some point too, because I like westerns. But I love the. Did you like the? Like we watched The Desert Fox last night with James Mason, and then there was a sequel called The Desert Rats after that. Those were really good movies also.
Yes, I mean anybody that can pull off the scale, fairly decent scale movie, or like Cross of Iron.
Oh, that's that was
James
with
Mason.
it wasn't James Colbert
Mason.
in that also.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
oh, yes. It's a Peckinpah. That's a heck of a movie.
Oh, Sam
Heck of a
Peckinpah,
movie.
he's a great director. He's the one that really started.
Wild Bunch.
He did the Wild Bunch. But you know where he got started directing? The Rifleman with Chuck Connors. He directed a lot of episodes of The Rifleman, and
he's in the Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
That's right.
He's in the cast.
Yes,
You
he
mean
is.
in the 57 version or the 78 version?
The 56 version.
56, very
the
good.
black and white one. Yes,
Excellent.
Yeah,
And-
that's
With McCarthy.
movie.
But he perfected. Sam Peckinpah directed the slow motion shots and people getting blown apart and that sort of stuff. I mean, he was ahead of his time on that. But great director.
And
Sam
Mark,
Peckinpah.
you served this country, did you not?
Yeah, back in the early 80s, yes.
God, we thank you for your service, because
Sure.
I did not. Flat-footed, short, no excuse. I really commend you and thank you for your service. Al would have, but he's told the story on the
I
show
told him,
before,
right.
how he was drafted and they didn't take him because of a heart murmur.
That's right. Had a heart.
Was Tom in the
issue.
military?
No.
Okay.
But actually, I mentioned this before when I got my draft notice, which I still have, by the way. I saved it. I'll show it to you. But anyway, I wouldn't signed up to join the Navy because I figured I'd be safer on a boat than in the rice paddies of Vietnam. But as it turned out, I didn't have to go.
Well, we salute you, Mark, and to all the veterans that might be listening or watching this in Facebook land or to our podcast or over the air on WTZA FM AM
Right.
Atlanta.
Sure thing. And to close it out, I would have to go with actually The Hurt Locker.
You know, did you see that?
Yes.
I didn't see that movie. Was it good? I mean, I didn't see that.
It is. It's impressive.
Oh.
And to go back into, some people wouldn't. I would tie it to military. I don't know if you saw the Christian Bale, Rosamund Pike, West Duty Western that came out just a couple years ago. But it dealt with, I thought I was watching a Western, and it was a Western, but it's...
with Christian Bale?
Hostiles.
Who are you talking about?
It's a movie called Hostiles.
That's the name of the movie.
Oh,
I did not see, I'm making notes. I'm trying to find a pen to write these down. I want to see these movies.
Yeah, it's a must. But as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh wow, this is PTSD from the Civil War and the Indian Wars,
right,
going on, and it was, so it still had a military, not necessarily a war, but the effects of war.
right. Well, there are so many good war movies that has been produced that, after the show wraps up, I'll be talking to Chance and I'll say, I didn't mention that movie, or I forgot all about that.
Happens all the time, every week. I'm like, why didn't we mention this? Why didn't I say that?
And it's just like there's so many good movies that deal with all the way back to the Civil War to World War I, II, and the Vietnam War. But it's just and of course, were there any movies on the war in Iraq and Afghan War, or did they do some movies on those?
Well, American Sniper and
that's right,
Hurt Locker.
Benghazi.
Yeah, Benghazi. Okay, all right, that's right. I didn't see Hurt Locker. I need to see that. That'll be on my list to rent.
It's a must.
From
put Hostiles
from
on.
Netflix. I'll have to put that on the list to watch that. Well, Mark, I really do appreciate you calling. You're a good guy and a big fan of the show. And
absolutely,
anytime you want to have input, please call.
And you're welcome into the studio, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
anytime
sometimes
you
have to make a trip over here, and we'll put you on the show.
We have 3 studios, believe it or not, whichever would be more convenient for you. Or just call in, whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I work with Tom, so I mentioned it. I'm like, I'd like to at least see it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. And he's, of course, Tom, our friend's in California at a wedding, and he's coming back, I think, on Wednesday. But, yeah, you're welcome anytime.
Awesome. I'll hang up and let somebody else get through.
Aww,
okay.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you for your service.
Right.
Thanks.
Okay, bye. Yeah, but, like I said, there's so many. Is there a movie that you think that we failed to mention that you think about, war movies or?
Dirty Dozen.
Well, yeah, The Dirty Dozen. I think it's kind of dated now because it was a pretty clean movie compared to movies today. What I'm talking about is the language. I like The Dirty Dozen. Lee Marvin's in it. Trini Lopez, the singer's in it. Clint Walker's in it. He was in the TV series Cheyenne. So
and Gentle Ben.
That's right, he was.
That's Ron Howard's little brother.
I think
Clint Howard.
I think Jim Brown was in it too.
And of course he did. God, Clint Howard did some real bomb movies like Motel Hell. No, he did Evil Speak. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't want to blast off there because we're talking about a very serious topic today.
But no, war movies are a big favorite of mine anyway. Can I show the people, or you want to show the people what we have here?
Yeah, dude. I really wanted Tom to have the honors. We got to give Tom
since
credit.
We have it here. Tom came up with this, and he had these printed up, and they're just terrific.
Hold that up for the camera. You do it. The honor. Tom, I hope you're not mad, but
we have these
couldn't
stickers,
wait.
and we're going to be giving these away at some point. Let me show you.
Yeah, we have stickers that Tom ordered with our logo, the nostalgic Podblast for our podcast, and it's really, really cool. And for the radio listeners, we're going to do little giveaways and have some better prizes than that. But that's a rare sticker. There's not that many in existence yet, but they're pretty cool. Did you hold it up long enough?
Yeah, I so. Yeah. It's got it.
It's right there on your console.
Cool. We'll be giving those away at some point.
Absolutely.
But
and some DVD sets. And some tickets.
Yeah, we have. Or Chance has some. We're going to be giving away box sets of movies that we talk about.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I know you're probably out there. If you watch this video after the fact when it's no longer live, this will eventually air on radio. We hope, as long as we're still on the air in terms of our show. And then you can call in with anything that we failed to mention that's your favorite. And I meant to ask Mark about Born on the 4th of July, his take as a veteran, what he thought of that movie. And Oliver Stone's,
I like the movie.
Oliver Stone's
I thought
vision.
it was kind of sad in some, but I did like the movie. Yeah, we're on the radio here in Atlanta on Saturdays between 2 and 4 on 10:10 a.m. and
Eastern time, yeah.
Yeah, 102.1 FM, and then they replay it on Sunday. But, 2
to 4 Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, it'll eventually, this show will eventually air on the radio, too. So.
Yeah, and then we'll hopefully eventually be 100% live. We air this podcast version pre-recorded, like it's a pre-recorded segment. We do live at the intro, and then about an hour or so, 45 minutes live.
And then we take calls after that. During that.
We do. Wizard, Mr. Wizard. There was something. I'm going to talk about another subject. This is something I mentioned to you on the radio show, but for the benefit of our audience, I think Danny, Ryan, a lot of people out there will remember the McDonald's Monopoly game. And you may wonder why that hasn't been around much anymore. And here's why. There's something on HBO.
Is this One More Thing?
No, it's not One More Thing. One More Thing is something different. But I'll be brief. I can see you rolling your eyes because I'm getting off topic. But on HBO right now, there's a special called McMillions, and it's fascinating. Mark Wahlberg executive produced it. But long story short, this relates to Georgia specifically. There was a little bit of a scam. This is absolutely horrible. A character named, quote-unquote, Uncle Jerry got a hold of the $1 million winning pieces of the Monopoly McDonald's game and gave them to family members, and someone tipped off the FBI. And this is right around 9/11 that this investigation happened, days before 9/11 happened, so it got buried in the news cycle, and it never really came to light. Well, on HBO, they're showing footage from back then of the FBI investigating various family members. It's 6 parts. There's about an hour in length each part, so 6 hours total, and I think they've released the first 4 shows as we record this. It'll be fully released by the time it's on radio. But it's great. McMillions, it sucks you in. I'll wrap it up on that subject, but I never knew that was... It wasn't McDonald's fault. It was compromised. That whole game was rigged, and it was all a family member in Georgia who got the winning pieces. And the mystery is revealed one part at a time. It's on HBO called McMillions. I highly recommend it. It's great. And that relates to pop culture, so that's why I brought it up, because that game is a part of pop culture history.
I don't have HBO, so maybe you can tape it and I can look at it.
That's right. Now, I do have one more thing I want to talk about. All right, now in the news this week, Al, you noticed this. There's people that's trying to perfect the old jetpack. And
that is right.
Those that live in Atlanta, wouldn't you love to have a working jetpack to get to and from work?
I wouldn't dare put one of those on. I would never try that.
Well,
would you?
Yeah, I would. I would. Now, the thing that irritated me about the news piece, this relates to pop culture, is that they gave credit to the James Bond movie Thunderball, which showed a working jetpack. Now, the jetpack was actually perfected, and it was a military operation, so this ties into the military. In fact, JFK, President John F. Kennedy, saw a demonstration of the jetpack back in 1961, and Wendell F. Moore began working on a rocket pack as early as 1953. In 1959, the U.S. Army contacted Aerojet General to conduct feasibility studies on the rocket belt. Now, eventually it was used in movies, and what irritated me about the news piece was that they failed to mention the first time in American television history that you saw a working jetpack. Now, the jetpack wouldn't fly for long. You would get it in the air for a few minutes, and then you'd get your shot and then cut, and it would come back down, and then they'd have to relaunch it, and it was just a matter of editing it all together to seem seamless, like someone's flying through the air, and it was a harness, right?
Right.
Well, what they failed to mention was on a good show called Lost in Space, before Thunderball, you saw the jetpack in the pilot. Here's a clip. Wow.
All right.
So,
That sounds like it's from Lost in Space.
and that was John Williams' music, that dramatic bump, bump. Oh, don't worry, I'll find her. Bump, 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 bump. I'm a music geek. See, Tom gets irritated with me because I love instrumental music. You notice in a lot of my clips, I let them go a little long.
You do.
Al is more forgiving about the length of my clips, although it irritates him as well. But Tom wants nothing of it. He talks throughout my clips. That's something we get on each other's nerves sometimes, but we're all friends, and
Oh, yeah.
behind the scenes, it's just like a rock band. There's some creative differences there, but I appreciate when Al doesn't talk through my clips. Thank you, sir.
I see.
But the
Okay.
jetpack, how cool would that be? And shame on NBC News for not mentioning
You put a
Lost in Space.
jetpack on you would just go sky high. You're so
Man,
small.
I would love it.
You're just
Yeah.
a little guy. You know?
I'd be dead. But
You would be.
but see, they're attributing it. These brilliant young minds are trying to build the Iron Man suit, so it's not really a rocket belt. And what was the movie with the rocket belt? Rocket Man. Remember that from the early '90s
I have that on Laserdisc.
with Jennifer.
I forget. I haven't watched that movie in forever.
Well, I love the concept of the jetpack, and it did have a military application, and we need one, man. Wouldn't it be great to go to work? But then you'd have. It's just like drones, You'd
Well,
have
they
to
have them.
air traffic control. You get splattered by a plane.
I
or a
was
helicopter.
watching NBC Nightly News one night. They did a story on a guy with a jetpack.
That's what I'm talking about.
Did you see it?
And they didn't mention Lost in Space. They mentioned Thunderball, and they showed clips from Rocket Man.
Right.
Even the Fall Guy, which you hate, that I love. There was a cool scene in
Maybe
the
they had
season
to pay.
2 premiere.
Maybe they had to pay Disney since they own Fox now.
Oh my gosh! You just remind me of something.
What's that?
Oh, the Rocketeer is
That's
what
it.
it was.
That's
The
what it-
Rocketeer.
I have it on Laserdisc. Yes. Do you have that movie on DVD or anything?
I don't, but I love that movie.
Well, bring it over and we'll watch it.
I will. I have that in my collection. But we salute the fallen heroes. I'm getting serious here. Honestly, we appreciate the U.S. military, all branches of the U.S. military, even the Coast Guard.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for your service. Heartfelt. I wish I were a true hero, but I'm not because I didn't serve the country. But I salute those who did. And I'm going to play, of course, Taps. And that's another good movie, Taps. Did you like Taps?
Yeah. Timothy Hutton was in that movie, wasn't he?
Timothy Hutton.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Now, if you want to call us, final thoughts before our internet goes down again. This is serious.
And with that, I guess we'll say goodbye. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And sorry about the internet dropout on Facebook, but it's one of those things that does happen from time to time.
And we were bound to have it happen, but hopefully it won't happen again. Thank you again for watching, listening. We appreciate your comments. If there's something you'd like us to cover, leave a comment on our Facebook page, Nostalgic Podblast, one word, Podblast, on Facebook, the group you're in now. For anyone listening on the podcast or over the air on the radio, that's the best way to interact with us, and you can see the video of our past shows.
That's right. Well, have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week right here for the Podblast.
Later. I love having this
We can say goodbye to our. Let's see.
Oh, yeah,
who's tuning in. Let's see.
Everybody, sorry about the dropouts. Let's see who's there. And let's read the comments.
Catherine, Danny, Ryan, Wade Harris, my friend in North Carolina.
Saving Private Ryan. We talked about that.
Yeah. Let's see who else.
Oh, he's talking to Ryan Settles.
Mark, Dan.
Hogan's Heroes. Mark's a great call, don't you think?
Here's Jim Niarchos. Hey, Jim.
Jim.
Uh,
Well, we'll read the comments. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Man, this was a difficult show to do for a lot of reasons.
So.
Very good. Well, we're going to sign off. We'll be back next time.
And,
Let us know what we're doing right, we're doing wrong. We have a lot of great topics lined up. We'll probably cover, hopefully, something that will be of interest to you. But we'll see you next week.
And we're going to go pop some popcorn.
And watch Das Boot!
And watch Das Boot.
I hope it's not 5 hours like the internet says.
Later, bye.